Check. There we go. We got something. It's the internal mic on the camera. Hey dudes. Internal mic on the camera because the auxiliary mic, the dead cat, is apparently out of juice. How's everybody doing? 42 viewers in the room. How's it going? Everybody getting to fly? Some of you guys should be seeing spring-like temperatures. Echo. Of course there is.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a couple of you in there.
Alright, hold on, man. We'll figure it out. Check 1, 2. That should be better now. Check 1, 2. Streaming ain't easy. What's up, everybody? How are you? Yeah, I think I got it. A rock concert. Yeah. Still, it's not fixed. Better, still echo. Philip Bender, we'll talk about that in a minute. Seriously though, it's still echoey or what? Good? Sounds good. And what's happening? Good to see you. Jackson RC Aviation, Eddie K, Jeff and Laura, Alabama. Everybody hop back in, say hello with some emojis. I'm going to start roll call. Jeebs, Jeff and Laura, Alabama. Tim Two-Tom, P51D, Jeff and Laura, Alabama. Wild Bill, it's not yellow yet, dude. I can still smell the fresh primer on it. Our buddy Tony just brought it over. Mike Nolan, thanks. BC Flyer, Michael Bear, great. Good. I thought I fixed it because I did have two going by mistake. Craig Beaven, Crazy Flyer writes, John Graham, yeah, dude. Rage, Scotty's RC Aviation, decent, I'll take it. Jet Tech Don, Victor RC Jets, Jonathan Carver, Scotty's RC Aviation, Michael Bear, Olson, nice. Cloud Hoppers. I'm late. I was almost very late. 3.5 years, you guys. 3.5 years. Prop Lord FPV, Wild Bill, Wilson White Owl, Flies a Max, Race 22, Chucky Freebird, J Huff, Pops. Good to see you. I call everybody out, but I get to my dad and I'm like, Pops, Dad. How many of you guys call your dad by, like, his name? Joseph Ramsey in the house. I suppose it's fine, but it's funny when it's your dad. Good to see you, Pops. Brian Young. Dude, no sweat. Mike Kennedy. Good to see you. Philip Bender, yes. EQ. Brian Young, I'm pumped for you, dude. I've ordered... I got 2 of everything you asked for, so I may try it out, too. On your power setup. What's up, Charlie? Good to see you, man. We got to talk. I want to get... I'm not going to put you on blast till you... I know where to send folks for you. Charlie, man, we'll have to do a show with you sometime, I think. It'd be nice to sit in on a show with you and Tony, man. I don't know what to ask. He's making some really cool stuff in the... with 3D printers and has been doing some really neat stuff in the monster truck scene, both big and small ones. Super cool. Yeah, dude, those crates you printed are totally sick. I can't wait to show Bobby. J65s. Scotty's RC Aviation wants to know, where are the J65s? That's a good question everybody wants to know the answer to, and as soon as I find out, I will tell you. Scott Settle Productions. John Graham got his T28, got to get it put together. Nice. George Watts, Big Jim. Primotus is in here. Yes. I'm going to try to find out for you right now on the J65s. Jess Harris working on Tiger Cat. Yeah, what's everybody working on, man? Getting ready to fly, drive, whatever. It's starting to be, it's starting to be nice, and then we get snow again, but it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. We'll take it. Let's see. I'm asking right now. Too many maidens, not enough time. I get it. Crazy Flyer 13 says maiden on J65 was perfect. How low could I go? Very cool. Fred Barron in the house. Dennis Frost, boss. Carbon Cub S and the Valiant. Nice. True Blue U working on next month's rent. Awesome. Aren't we all, somehow or another? Found an Avanti 2011 to build. Sweet. Waiting on weather. Craig Beaven got the old F4 ready to rock. Very cool. It looks like end of March, early April is what the projected ETA is for the J65 and the PT17. Stearman from Dancing Wing. Too many maidens, not enough glue. True Blue U. That's a good one. Jeeves is assembling his Husky, watching UFC right now. Oh, Chucky's getting a 10x24 trailer built to pull the 73 GMC dually. Sweet. Yeah, Golden Nuggets coming along. Super nice. Yeah. Big Jim. To be honest, most of the time, it depends what it is. Like on bashers, I definitely am okay to just go with the ready-to-run radios until, if something ever goes wrong, then I'll just bind it up to my Spectrum. I use a 5C when I'm using a good radio, but I'm pretty happy with the ready-to-run stuff. On bashers. On crawlers, I will fix them up and go Spectrum on them. If I don't like the ready-to-run. Working on the Hummingbird, says Victor. Johnson 74th in the house, Snow Valley Park. I see Jackson saying hello, must be in here. Hello. Mickey B in the house. April 12th, Arrows F86 and has upgraded suspension gear coming. Very cool. And it's moving pretty quick. Slap nuts. It looks like the end of March, potentially beginning of April. We hope end of March, right? Which is within the next couple weeks if we get that kind of response or arrival time. I'm a bachelor until Thursday. What should I buy? Man, whatever you want. Twice. Only crawler RDR radio I use is Traxxas, all others in plain Spectrum. Yeah, the Traxxas stuff, man. Think about what you get on the TRX4 if you go for the the more expensive ones. You get 2 speeds. You get open diffs. Just lock the front 2 or lock them all. Right there on the radio. And there's even a way to do cruise control on that thing. On the stock radio. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. I don't mess with my Traxxas stuff. Wayne's RC, what's happening? Even if I go putting a different power system in one of my TRX4s, I'm probably do everything I can to stay on that Traxxas radio. Just because I'm not super into programming radio if I don't have to. If I need to, I will. I've got my Red Cat dialed in now. It was already pretty modified, and now it's got the Spectrum brushless stuff in it. It drives like the big SCX6 now. Wayne's RC in the house. What's happening? Ha. Wilson White Owl says, finally got nice weather, just got to send the wind south. Yes, at least down the runway. Yeah, man, it's because it's cold here. The heat's running like crazy. And my mic, I'm not able to use the dead cat today, so I'm on the internal mic on the camera instead of that dead cat. It's not a Rode mic, it's the Deity D3 that I got for my camera. The one I use for filming videos outside and everything is what we use to stream with. Way overkill. But I'm on the internal mic tonight instead of the nice auxiliary one I usually use. Smash that like button, says Eddie K. Smash that buy button and use the links. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, how cool is that? And you, man, he did such a good job. You can pick this thing up by the work he did. Holy smokes. Just got a little bit of, a lot of paint work to do. So cool. Yeah. I'm gonna start riding a bicycle, boss. I'm gonna get a scooter, a Raz. Man, I still smell the fresh primer. So what else is going on in the world of RC? What do we get for new releases this week from Horizon? I'll tell you if you don't know. We got I believe it's Chandra Patey, right? They re-released the Cub, the I think it's a 1.3. The like yellow and gray carbon Cub that you guys kind of know. It's been re-released. It's Mike Patey's wife's scheme. So the numbers, the call letters and stuff are different and also not there like they were. Oh, Big Jim, that's awesome. He says he got a MiG-29 on my link. Appreciate you, man, to do a Ukrainian paint job. Scott Settle, dude, it looks awesome. Wait till I get it done. Mickey B says, don't become one of the Lycra Brigade, Ryan. Please don't. Friends don't let friends have push bikes to take up the roads in a Sunday morning, clogging the paleo cafes. What's up, Airvexed? Yeah, EQ, this is the Suzuki 1.6 Jimny. It's 1.6 because in real life, just like the Willys Jeep they have, it's actually small in real life. So if you set this up next to a 110 scale crawler, this actually is pretty darn close. It's a little bit bigger. But yeah, so FMS has this, and it doesn't, everything that you see that's gray doesn't exist on this model. This has been fabricated out of wood and styrene in lots of awesome labor and love by our buddy Tony. He's the same fellow who fabricated this push car semi into a dope, actually working RC with a sleeper cab. Yep, LJ. The Suzuki Jimny is the FMS, what they call it. So the FMS one has like a tailgate, and but the one we're modeling this after, the door opens more like a regular door, and so that's what we got going on this one. And I put a lift on it and all that kind of stuff. it's got leaf springs, so I put the axle on the bottom of the leaf springs, change the tires out, and I'm going to probably put a really good motor power system situation in it. It deserves it. He's doing a fantastic job. If anybody wants a golden nugget, we might be able to do it, but it's definitely gonna cost you. Ha. John Graham, absolutely. Ha. Yeah, you could. You know, if you're not familiar with this project with me, I've been following this series on YouTube of a full-scale Suzuki Jimny they call Golden Nugget that had been in the woods for 40-some years. Got recovered by Matt's Off-Road Recovery, and they shipped it off to another channel called Fab Rats, where he's got it all fixed up with like Suzuki Samurai and Sidekick parts. Loads of fabrication work to make this thing right again for the gentleman who owned it when it was left in the wilderness 40-some years ago. So the Fab Rats, the whole thing has been really cool to watch, actually, man. The recovery itself, and then all of the work that happened in the shop, and then now it's at another YouTuber named Robbie Layton's channel. He's got a body shop in real life, and they have a YouTube channel as well, and they do all kinds of stuff, and they happen to be doing the paint job and all of that kind of stuff on this in real life. And so it was inspiring to me. I thought it was really cool, and what a trip that FMS has basically the same vehicle. I'm like, dude, somebody could turn that into a golden nugget. And man, I knew I had the guy to do it. So yeah, Tony's been doing awesome, and I'm super pumped. I've been watching a lot of videos on weathering and things like that, and some of you guys have seen some of my plane projects. I've done some kind of neat weathering to them here and there, and so I think I'm gonna have a rusty golden nugget. I don't want a factory fresh one. We'll have to see. I'm kind of still waiting to see how the Robbie Layton channel ends up finishing this thing.
Still, that's right.
Oh yeah, that thing's totally sick. Yeah, man. No, but I saw the thumbnail for it, John Graham, but I haven't seen the... Yep, Robbie's got it in paint. I think they were getting ready to sandblast it last time I saw something from Robbie Layton's channel on it. No, yeah, John, I'm going to totally check out the yellow motorcycle resto as well. Dude, it's a cool story, and by the time I'm done with it, I'm going to reach out to those channels and at least DM them some pictures of this thing. I'm the kind of guy, dude, if they invited me to Utah with this thing to have the dude sign it or something, I'd do it. True Blue U, appreciate you. Thanks for coming by, and make sure you check out the rest of the channel. If you're into Surface, check out the RC Truck playlist. If you're into all of it, subscribe and turn on them notifications. Love to see you in the comment sections and on Instagram, Pilot Ryan Media. There's links in the description of this video and every video that has links to my website and my social medias. We are full-time RC, and we appreciate and need your support. Curtis D, it's happening. I'm going to post it up all over social. I'm going to tag all of those channels in this. We've compiled quite a bunch of material. Like Tony's been taking pictures along the way that's going to make for a real cool slideshow, kind of B-roll stuff, I think, in some of the videos and social media that I put out on this. We are trying to grow this business, and this business is more than just YouTube. We also have a hobby shop here in Granger, Indiana, and we're working on more of those. So if being in your pocket, local on your phone, isn't close enough, we may be in your neighborhood one of these days. I mean, you can't open 1,000 of these stores, but man, we're going to have a few, and I think they're going to be worth coming to. So come check us out and visit. and keep following on social, man, to keep up with this whole story. Man, we've turned this love, passion, hobby into something that's bigger than us ourselves. And it's awesome. Don't ever forget it. Y'all are the reason. That's right, Brian Young. Come by the Hobby Town in Granger. I don't bite unless you bought some one-off bologna from Amazon and you come in and want me to fix it. Then I bite. What's her name? Holly or something, John? Yeah, I just saw the video where she was driving the Morvair that one time, and then Matt's wife was rocking the Mischief Maker. I hear you, EQ. I'll have to check that out. What's up, 56 Corvette? Jim. Hope everything's good with you, man. Mike Noland. Guys, my airplane dudes, we're going to talk about surface a little bit. I have to. It's RC's my whole job, so just throw something up there, man. We want to talk about planes if you're getting sick of trucks, man. I'm just going to riff with what I'm getting. Mike Nolan, 100% RC Girl. I saw that video today. I've been waiting for it because I follow Haley on social. And so I knew she got that super awesome Camel Trophy 2-door Land Rover D90. That thing is absolutely sick. I don't know what it costs US dollars, but she kept talking about how expensive it was. But once I saw all the features, not only just the looks of the body, but everything going on under the hood, it's worth whatever you pay for it. It's super nice. It's definitely top heavy. It's not a rock crawler, but man, a beautiful looking, already patina, weathered out trail truck. Especially if you are like me and you like the box back stuff like a Land Rover. Yeah, it was cool, dude. I wonder what it costs. Flying in the snow, says Jim. Yeah, that Jeep's a total beast. Almost like it's not a Jeep anymore, right? Jonathan Carver, if I want to come up and visit, I'll fly into the Elkhart Airport. I'll need you to pick me up. All right, cool. See if you can fly into Mishawaka Pilots Club, though. It's closer.
Why don't you just fly right into South Bend? I can walk out the back door and get you.
Or, you know him, right?
Who?
Jonathan Carver?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bobby says just fly into South Bend, man. It's the back door. It's the back porch of the warehouse, dude. Bobby will come get you.
I'll come pick you up in Atlanta.
Yeah. Elkhart, honestly, isn't that far from the Granger place. It's a nice airport, both of them, Elkhart and South Bend, I think. I think Elkhart's a really nice airport for as not busy as it is.
Elkhart is nice.
It's super nice. It's just not very busy. Weathering means driving through mud, right? Yeah, a little bit. So, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with some of the custom paint jobs I've done on some planes and washes, but one that really stands out to me is, and some I've done where I didn't weather them really at all, so still custom and still awesome, but I didn't really weather them. Sometimes I've been afraid to what the foam is going to do for the way I want to weather it, so I've been limited because I haven't used an airbrush to what I can do with washes and like a brush. I haven't wanted to really do any sanding on them to expose any foam, but on these I can. But if you check out way back through my Instagram, you'll see a real nice custom Eflite AT6, and you'll see the B26 from Dynam that I turned into flak bait and did a salt chipping technique on. And honestly, if you look up on YouTube or Google Dynam B26 flak bait, you might still be able to find the video James had made from my plane when I was still at Motion. So check it out. And now I use salt chipping on that. So silver, with the airplane, silver undercoat is totally appropriate because these things were going to be aluminum. With a car, I'm going for rust. So I'll do rust under the yellow on this, but the salt chipping was really cool. So you spray down the plane. I threw a bunch of kosher salt on it like I was Jackson Pollock, and you let it dry, and then I did a few different colors of green, and then you scrub off the salt and you expose the silver, and it looks just really cool. So if you want to see that technique, check out way back through my Instagram at the B26 stuff. It's pretty sick. With this being a hard body, I can do rust color first and then my yellow. I'm probably going to salt chip this one too. Jeremy Diamond, awesome. Thanks you guys, 6 months. Cool, man. I'm confused because it says Lee Davidson and Jeremy Diamond. Maybe it's an answer to a question. Thank you, members of the channel, though, by the way. Very, very much. Please don't stop. But it's going to be rust, and then I'll probably salt chip a little bit. I'm going to use the iodized stuff, the small stuff, not the big kosher salt on this one. And then you paint your yellow over it after it all dries. So you can scrub off the salt and you've got the rust exposed, kind of chipped like it would be. But I'm also going to like wet sand, like super fine grit sand down into the rust in spots and not all the way through in others, and just try to, I think I'm going to go that way on this one. I just think this needs it. I think if it looks factory, it's not what I wanted out of this. So it's going to be cool. Chucky, man, yeah, we got a Vanquish back here Bobby was going to build sometime, and then I have one of these also at the shop on the shelf, and my Phoenix kit shows up on like Monday. And I would love to talk to John Holmes. I want to know. I would love to pick his brain, and I'm sure the information's out there. But I kind of want to know what he'd recommend for different rigs I have, and I want it. Our buddy Brian, who I was talking about earlier, ordered one of the Holmes Hobbies motors, and I got it in the shop, and he wanted a Castle Creations. What is it? What's the name of that darn thing? The motor was like the Polar Pro, and then the Castle was the... What was that, Brian? Are you still in here? Which Castle? I should just look on my Instagram. Thanks, Big Jim. Welcome to the channel, man. Let me see if I can find it. We were talking on Instagram, weren't we? Copperhead, that's what it is. The Castle Copperhead 10 and the Polar Pro. Yes. My Red Cat's got this new, some of that new Spectrum stuff. Yeah, Copperhead, Chucky, thanks. I've got a lot to choose from now. Any Indiana crawler guys, man, come check us out. And the indoor crawler course in the Coliseum for the 10 scale is got off to a great start. And then when it gets nice out, man, we've got, the sky's the limit. What we can do. There's trails and stuff already. There's a good start to some stuff outside already. And there's loads of lumber. Trees, limbs, rubble, whatever we want, and there's a backhoe available. I mean, we can do whatever. No bad, Brian. No problem, Brian. Playing with a puppy. You guys can kind of see Bobby's SCX6 peeking through. If you want, I'll roll that into the shot, and we can talk about it. He's upgraded it a bunch on the looks. Fender delete, new bumpers, different tires and rims. It's ridiculous. Mine now seems like just total basic. What should I do to mine? Tell me in the comment section below. I gotta do something to my SCX6 now, man. My green one. This silver one looks so stinking good, dude. Holmes did a video on how to program it. Yeah, he's so good at it, he talks fast enough where I gotta pause it and back it up. Dudes, this thing is even heavier than it used to be. That's how big the SCX6 is. That you can put a truck that's closer to 1/8 scale than it is 10th scale and have it just sitting on the roof. Totally cool. The lights. Man, it's going to be kind of neat having the... I'm going to have to take the whole hard body off of this chassis and everything, which is good because I don't really want to paint all the black stuff yellow. And being a hard body, that'll be easy. Right, and watch it 5 times. 100%. Yeah, Mike Bird, that dude is smart. Like, I don't need to know why, actually. I just need to know what. Like, when it comes to gear, I know what I want out of my crawlers. So, I don't need to know anything but just what. It'd be cool to know, but I love the low throttle resolution being super smooth. I love it when you get up to a rock. Having that FOC has been really cool having on the big dogs because they're brushless, which is why now I'm spoiled because of the SCX6. I love that stuff, that FOC. And Hobbywing calls it something else. What do they call it? Action track or active track? But, dude, now I'm so spoiled on it. I'm slowly putting it in my 10 scale rigs. This dude deserves whatever I can do for it. I've got a little bit of tuning more I want to do on the leaf springs also. And I may put some dampener shocks back on it. Just a little bit. But this has just been really cool. I was just super proud of being able to flip those axles and flip those leaf springs around and lose a couple to gain a little more squish. And the doors fit so good, they're just sitting there. They're not hinged yet or attached. But that's the bottom. You can see that with a few screws, I'll be able to get the seats out and have the whole chassis off of this body. Pumped. You know, it looks like a Jeep, but it's iconic. It almost reminds me of like a Volkswagen thing a little bit with the, just kind of the way they did the panels and stuff on the truck. Tony killed it, dudes. And there's going to be a couple lights in the doors too. They go like right, kind of in between these and up into the door. Look how flush the bumper sits with this truck. Come on. I think it's kind of fun to make stuff that looks cool but kind of sucks into like just awesome. Dude, this is up on Hyrax. We had a guy come into the shop this week who had one of these decked out on the Hyrax tires, different rims, and the anti-foam insert, they're not foam, but the anti-foam inserts inside the Hyrax tires, and those were Three Brothers Hobby makes those anti-foam inserts for the SCX6. This, look how legit this bumper is. It's metal. It's metal. The back bumper's metal. We got fender deletes on this thing. Different rims and wheels, skid plates. Bobby's got it dialed in. Thanks, Chucky. You think it's cheating, Philip? FOC or throttle matching. I think it's cheating. I do own 2 Hobbywing axe systems, but I prefer low gearing. For me, it's whatever it takes to get it. Like, I'll take it however I can get it. I appreciate that FOC stuff. I like that it kind of can maintain its RPM once you set it in a way, you know, and hold steady. It'll maintain that RPM and get over something and then not ramp down. Just continue to maintain a very slow speed coming down the backside of something. I like that. Especially for making videos. If you're driving one-handed, dude, I'll take all I can get. But if I could get there with a better mechanical setup, I'm not silly. Like, the brushed motors that come in crawlers are absolutely fine as long as the radio's good. You know what I mean? But there's still there's better numbers out there that are more desirable for what you want with these things. And I know that that's true. I just don't know that or what those are. And gear combinations and things like that. I don't need to go fast with them, that's for sure. I mean, give me some wheel speed to get out a little bit of trouble. Boss, I got you. So Fred, what night is it you're going live? Is it Thursday? Fred Barron's been holding down, filling holes a little bit on live stream action. When are you doing that, Fred? Tell us in here. Outrunners for low torque. Because I'm okay. I'm not like a snob about it. If I can get good action out of a brushed motor setup, I'll do it. One of the first things I do to ready runs that are suspect is put that Firma 40 in it. Oh, just finished putting the FMS 1400 pits together and ordered the 1.6 Super Baja Ray. That's sick. My buddy that just brought in this to let me try with the Hyrax and the anti-foams just picked up a Baja Ray at the store like yesterday. Philip, man, that's cool. I gotta try that too. I want to know what that's like, the low gearing setup, because I don't have to spend a ton of money on sensor fancy if I don't need to. Holmes has all that stuff, dude, doesn't he? Brushed and brushless. I feel like I just want to try the classics so I have a good point of context for talking about some of the maybe fancier stuff that I end up trying. I'm going to put something super dope in my Phoenix for sure. I also think I'm going to put, hey, you guys on the crawler tip who know what I'm up to with the Golden Nugget and follow those channels. You know that FJ45 he's got, Fab Rats? Look at the Phoenix from Vanquish. It's an FJ45, bro. I'm totally doing it. I'm weathering that one too. That one is a Lexan one, but I'm going to paint the outside of it. I will paint the inside too, probably a mix of rust and metal color. And then I'm going to do my paint job on the outside of it also, just like Golden Nugget. So it'll be rust and maybe a little tiny bit of blue and then white. Because I think I can make my Phoenix look a lot like the Fab Rats FJ45. You see the theme here, man? I love what they're doing so much. I want to go out there and crawl with those dudes like one time for real. Dude. So it's like, I get your attention if I make your truck, I think, right? And then his kids and himself are just getting into crawlers too, man. Dude opened up a Wraith from Axial the other day on a show. Too cool, man. Vidavon does have some great hop-up parts. Right now, what we're trying to do is kind of source some of these, you know, aftermarket bits. That's why I don't have them on mine yet either, because I'm maybe a little more patient. Bobby couldn't wait, so he just ponied up retail for his hop-ups. Like, I'm too cheap. Tekken RX4 ESC and 3100 kV ROC. Are you talking about for the Phoenix? I think Matt at Scale Builders Guild did everything Tekken except the radio, right? What's up, Dave in Kentucky? RC Bronco, Wild Bill. Yeah, man. What does John Holmes tell you? Gear down and power up. Yeah, that dude's putting 4S in some of them, isn't he? I want to quiet down. I still, even though I got everything nice in my Red Cat, I don't like the sound of it. It's better, but I still don't like the sound of it. I hate to do it because I got brass all over those axles, but I'm almost thinking about putting something else under it. I could end up with Traxxas portals under that thing. Because I think my Traxxas Defender may end up with steel axles just because it's too top heavy. I'm never going to get to half this stuff, y'all. That's the truth, though. I'm going to do the Golden Nugget for sure. And the Phoenix. But some of that other, I don't know. What's cool is come on by, man. I'll let you crawl all my stuff, dude, back there. 4S and 3500 kV and like super geared down. By the way, Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee, almost no matter what flavor they have, is awesome. I think it's better than the Starbucks stuff in the bottle. Yep, I said it. Yeah, guys, Brian Young's in the chat tonight, man. He's local, man. He comes in the store. Hanger Rat Deluxe. What's up, Brad? Good to see you, man. What do you guys think? Anybody check out that the Mint 400, the Losi? They do the limited edition things. That's what we had this week. The Cub and the Mint 400, 4S and the Copperhead. No less than 3S. I'm starting to go that way now. Even though when I first started doing the crawlers, I really only wanted to put 2S in them. I kind of see the benefit of the 3S. Caleb RC, what is good? Happy to be back after a few months. Happy to have you back. Long shout out. Luis Lopez says, Third Day RC agreed on the DD. Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, sir. Lyndon in the house. What's happening? Shout out to Bobby K. Nice. Jeff, man, you put out videos all the time, Jeff. What have you been flying lately, Jeff in Lower Alabama? Craig Beeman says he's thinking on a Losi 1/5 DBXL 2.0 Desert Buggy. That thing is rad. Electric? Why wouldn't you? Going electric or gas? Those are sick. I've seen a couple in the store. They are super beefcake, Craig. You ain't gonna really send that one to the moon. It's just, I mean, you can. It's tough, but it's huge. It's big, man. But that would be just a ground pounder all day. I tell you, man, there's a lot of good ones out there, and seeing the traffic, and I do all the purchasing at the store. Like, I'm seeing what's moving. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. We're moving a lot of 6S Creightons, a lot of the new Maxes, X Maxes. These things are moving. The Haas people are liking. It's like a stampede on roids. Tim Smith, what's happening? Rock Pirates upgrades perform very well. I'll check that out. Rock Pirates. What do they make? They just like released a gasser version of that big Losi, didn't they? Oh, sick. I just went to the Rock Pirates site. They got a Phoenix front and center on some sick rims and rubber. Holy moly. Yeah, you can't see it, can you? Not really. If you want to see it, go to the Rock. I just did Google Rock Pirates RC. Dang. I'm convinced we need to get into the aftermarket, dude. Craig, I would tell you I'd bring you one to Neffy, but dang, that box is so big, bro. I won't be able to bring 2 or 3 planes because of it. You gotta click the link in the Discro, G. Actually, not the Discro. Just go to the website, Horizon Hobby, yada yada. John Graham asking if everybody's okay, Jeff, with the weather last week in lower Alabama. Nice. Spared any damage, says Jeff to John. Thank goodness. Ha! Brad says them RC trucks get big enough to get in and drive, I'll buy one. The cost of fuel these days. Man, that was the thing after Ryan on my Instagram was driving this. He pulled up to his wife and kid, and I joked him like he was picking up the kids in this thing. It's huge. P51D fan wants to know if anybody's seen the HSD 747 at Florida Jets up close and personal. I've seen pictures from Soch. That's it. I can't wait to see one of those in action. For real, Craig, that box would be huge, or I'd bring it. I still could. We'll see. No, never say never. No is... It's not a hard no. I'll just say that. I'm already bringing Night Timber X's, plural. I'm bringing 2. Who does Wordle? Anybody do Wordle? Tell me in the with emojis. I got turned on to it when I was out of town 17 days ago. I know, because I'm on a 17-day streak. Wish they would make it in electric, says Fred. Yeah, sitting around riding it. Yes, sir. Muncie RC Facebook page. Yeah, Mike Bird, there's a guy who was sitting on one, pulled out a side-by-side out of his garage with it. And I think pulled a car, too. Bobby's is smooth, man. He repacked the diffs. Snow Valley, Eddie K. Sweet. Yeah, man. It's me and my wife do it. The whole family's doing it. Whole family's doing it. Did you guys see the Carbon Z Cub stuff on social the other day? I did a YouTube short and then some stuff on Instagram. That was our buddy Dylan flying on the slow-mo and everything. I know some guys, if you look at the comments, you can tell people think it's me or Bobby. But on Instagram, it's obvious that it was Dylan. But yeah, shout out to Dylan, man. He's local as well. And that was him ripping the Carbon Z Cub in front of the store the other day. I like that kid. Might even, who knows, man? You might even see more of them. Oh yeah, I mean I haven't failed yet at it, Snow Valley. I think it's cool that it's just something silly to look forward to. It's cool that you can only do it once a day, you know. And I'm always up after midnight, but I always wait for the morning with my wife to do it. It's the little things. Like Wordle. I think the guy who invented it made it for his wife, actually. Noons, what's happening? It sounds like you're about to... I thought you already had your turbine waiver and all that stuff. I thought I just picked up that you were working on a waiver or something a while ago. I'm kind of looking forward to flying the everything, but in front of the shop, the Tasman for sure. Turbine waiver. Okay, cool. You already know, you'll be fine, you man. You've been spending a lot of time with turbines over the last little while. Eddie K's waiting on a new Carbon Z T28. Come on, Horizon. How'd your tire setup go for you, Eddie K? I know you got different foams or compounds or something. Wonder how that worked for you. Needed to get your hours, buddy box, so I could test. Cool. Where you at, Noons? You in Cali? Where you at? I'm sure I've asked you this before. Where are you, Noons? George Watts wants to know what you're flying for your turbine waiver. Noons? Man, Noons has been really great. A lot of you guys have been supporting very, very well for so long. I appreciate it. Dude, I can't wait to find out now. David Snyder, what's happening? Phoenix, that's where he's at? Arizona. Eddie K says he loves him. Ha, boss saving up for a trailer. Cool. Phoenix, Arizona. How far away is that from Palm Desert, California? Killing it for sure. Jeeb says he hadn't seen an X-Flight plane yet that he... I'll just quote it verbatim. I haven't seen an X-Flight plane yet that I haven't... Okay, double negative. I haven't been impressed with so far. We know what you mean. They're killing it from what I can tell. Truly. Yes, they are. And it's very exciting to be able to work with them on stuff. Crazy Flyer says the J65. I saw that. Was it Facebook or YouTube, man? I saw a post about that. He says the J65 gave the FMS Hawk a run for its money. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook or Insta or something, man. That's great. Both are excellent planes. L39, good turbine waiver plane. Sam Davis says F14 for his waiver. Wow. 2-stage foams. I'm going to have to try that sometimes, man. I'm starting to get to where, before I knew better, I started making them really, really squishy. And I want a little, I don't want them stupid hard, but I definitely don't want them wrapping around the rocks so much. Pilot Ryan, where are you having your next event, or is it too early to ask? A lot of folks are going to be at Neffy, which is early this year, like March or something.
May. It's May 15th, or 13th to the 15th.
May?
Yeah.
I said March, what an idiot. May 13th through the 15th. 7 hours. That's cool. We'll hook up sometime, bro. I'm going to go from not ever really being out west except to Washington, where people just are melancholy on the daily because of the rain and the gray. But I'm going to be out west a little bit in the future. Seeing my buddy cashing checks, making sound effects, stuff like that. Y'all, I'm telling you. Real nice flying fields around there, dude. Real nice. Lots of real nice places to fly over there. Mike Bird uses the Proline 2-stage as well. Yeah, Noons, we'll work it out. Washington checking in. Yeah, man, I drove all the way out west one time, and then we hopped on a ferry at Anacortes, Washington, and I went to, the San Juan Islands, like Friday Harbor or something, some fancy island place, and worked on a art gallery there. Kelly Klein, it's true. You can't not do it. Rock crawlers is like Calgon Take Me Away for dudes. If you want to chill but still be outside and do something, you don't want to fix it. Dude, as much crawler business as we're doing at the store, like I am, nobody's needing shocks. No one's needing A-arms. Nobody's needing nothing but upgrades. It's awesome. And Cortez, yeah, man. San Juan Islands. Yep, I spent about a week there one time. It was awesome. Pretty fancy, but it was awesome. Dude, they're like deer all over the island, like just all over. You ain't gonna get hungry there if something goes crazy. You'll be all right. Yeah, man, we drove a box truck full of sculptures and a bunch of lumber and materials to an art gallery and did these installations. Had to set up all this stuff. It was pretty cool. The worst part was getting into Seattle after last call. Like, come on, man. Brian Young, yeah, we'll have to put together some. I think once it gets nice outside, when we can offer people inside and outside, is probably a good idea to do a crawler event at the shop. And TJ Grace has been fantastic to work with and super excited, and I would say is darn near fully responsible for us having indoor rock crawler course in the Racetrack Coliseum. And Tommy too had the groundwork there with some stones down low, but like all the second tier woodwork stuff, we brainstormed, but he's the one putting in the sweat equity, dude. He's getting it done, and it's been awesome with that place to just let people go. I mean, people have ideas. I don't have to. I can't do it all myself, and nor why would I? Build it. It's community. Let's go. You know, and when you let things go like that, you actually get things done. So the smartest people I know in life have been really good at delegating or allowing people to shine their brightest light. And you don't do that by like micromanaging or controlling every aspect of whatever. Like, run with it, dude. Let's go. I'll fund it. Let's go, man. So TJ's been doing a great job, and I'm super happy about that. And we're just getting started in there. You can check out the Instagram and see TJ giving it a rip. And I kind of stayed wide on it this time, so you get a good idea of what it looks like in there, which is fantastic. And when he gets done, I think it's a work in progress that'll maybe kind of never be done, but when he gets where he wants to get in the way of a stopping point, it is a 1/10 scale, Mike. Yeah. That particular one, yes. When he gets to a stopping point, I think we're going to put our heads together for the 1/24 and 1/18 scale stuff that I want to do inside the store. And it's down the road. It takes time to do these things, but Mini Z racing is super fun and a big deal right now. And it doesn't take a lot of space to have a track for that. So my vision is there's this 1/24, 1/18 scale smaller track inside that looks dope. Everything we're doing, the whole idea is that it's a destination. It looks so fantastic. You can't help but tell your friends about it. And it's going to look all so nice in picture and video. So I think if we can integrate a Mini Z track with, even if it's just next to, you know, the 1/24 scale, 18 scale stuff, I think it's going to be a real destination piece, conversation piece to get folks talking, and I'm super looking forward to that. Build it, they will come. Snow Valley says he's hiked every foot of both islands. Yeah, so the indoor Coliseum one that he's working on currently, yeah, 1/10. Sweet, Brian. Yeah, get with me on that. I've got some, I tell you, again, like about delegating and talent from the community and stuff, guys like Brian who volunteered services, or like elements that you can introduce into, you know, the course. I've got some guys who do museum quality train stuff, buildings, trestles, the mountains, and then all that, of course. But I mean, we got a guy named Joe who comes in there and he's working on some bridge stuff, some trestle stuff that's like scale, and we're going to use it in that 1/24 scale crawler course, and maybe even a facade. I was like, dude, give me some old shack looking rusty building or something, you know, old shed, whatever. So I'm turning guys loose, like, go for it. Let's see, let's build this and see how cool we can make it. And there's loads of people doing really great things in their own homes and basements and such. And there's a bunch of hobby shops, I'm sure, that have already done some of this. We're getting there. Nice, Brian. Yeah, bring him in. Let me see him. John, you out of here? Have a good one. I know it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but we got to be well versed in RC, and you know, some of you guys have been in there's all kinds of different flavors of hobby towns. We're definitely RC focused. We got plastic model stuff and Gundam things, but for the most part, it's surface and air. And some hobby towns are different, but we have to kind of really go hard at that. And it's what we know the best, but it is more diverse than just planes. And unfortunately, if you look at the numbers, it's crazy the difference between surface and air. So I know some of you guys are just like, come on with the surface, but it's my baggage, y'all. It comes with me. Slot cars are cool. John Graham says Boozer does them all the time. We've got some in there, and Surface is sorry to say where it's at. Huh? Yeah, those guys have some nice looking tracks. The slot car dudes. It's not for me, but it's a big thing too. All right, we did it again. 3.5 years of doing this show. One of these days, it might have to go. I am not sure, but I think sometime, and I'll make sure I let y'all know in advance, which probably means it's never going to happen, but I think one day I might take a night off on Saturday. But it's kind of fun, even if it's short. Like, I know when we get out doing some more events and things like that, and now we're going to be able to do more, since this is the goal. We have to grow this business to survive, and now we're all in. I mean, Bobby and Jing were already all in, but I'm in now. And here we go. Thanks a lot, you guys. And I'm going to bounce. See me on social in the meantime. I'm trying to build an RC Fun Park Instagram. Sometimes it's the same post you might have seen at Pilot Ryan Media. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Like them both for me if you would. Give us a follow at RC Fun Park Facebook page. And of course the RC Fun Park Instagram. Of course, stay abreast of things going on with brands that BitGo brings to market at the BitGo Hobby socials. Check out what Bobby K's doing at the BitGo Hobby YouTube channel. A lot of times we're doing it together and stuff, or I'm filming those. It's pretty awesome, and Dave Marshall's helped us out as well. So check out the BitGo Hobby Insta, and of course the website. Make sure you don't miss out when stuff comes back in. If it's a pre-order thing and you think you want it, you better get on it. Because stuff isn't lasting long, and it's getting a little bit, you think you're over one thing, and here's another. So it's just still crazy. So if there's something you want, get it. Be smart. Be good to each other. And of course, follow me too, right? Pilot Ryan Media on Instagram, YouTube. Keep using those links in the description. Bookmark the Pilot Ryan Media website. If you think about it, it costs you nothing but consideration to click through to the website you want to shop from through my website. It helps tremendously. More than helps, it's necessary. So thank you so much. See you at the shop soon, says Kelly. Looking forward to it. Brian Young, we'll hook up, man. Whatever you need, you guys local, come and talk at me. Craig Beaven, good to see you. Everybody, good to see you in here. Thanks for dealing with me on the surface talk. I know some of y'all, it's not your favorite, but man, if you love me, you got to take me with my baggage. And this is where it's at right now. Not to replace planes, it never will, but I got to do some of the surface, and I don't even mind, I'll tell you. Philip Bender, member for 7 months, he says right there in the post, thanks so much for being a member of the channel. All of you guys who support the channel with your comments, your likes, your memberships, your consideration, your love. Guys, it's when you're in it, sometimes it's hard to see how cool it is. And every now and then I just get a whiff of like how truly remarkable it is. that I get to do this, and I'm never gonna forget. Scoutabot's asking about Dave's RC. What's happened to Dave? I think I seen him like a post here or there, man. Philip Alonso, the J65 is slated to arrive into March, beginning of April. So not too far. Not too far out. Fred Barron says he started a real flight session. It's called Fred Barron Fly-In. If you want to join the Real Flight online flying session, you go to the Fred Barron Fly-In is the name of the room. It's the same password as Dave Marshall's. Jet Tech Don, Mike Bird, Dave in Kentucky, Brian Young. Yeah, man, I'll teach folks how to fly. You go way, way, way back on my channel to the cringy videos, and me and Captain Mike did flying lessons with a micro. And as outdated, as bad camera, as all of that stuff as it was, there's good information in there. But I'd be totally glad to get you flying for real. Anybody. Papa Boozer. Papa says congrats. Thank you very much. Man, guys, check out the Mary Boozers. He's really been on it. You know, the kids here, things have probably settled down. Some of that like anticipation and anxiety when you're waiting on the kid to be born, they're through that. Now they're into the dailies with a kid who's what, 4 or 5 months old or something at this point. I could be completely wrong, but Wesley's been crushing it. Follow our buddy Mary Boozer all over the place. He's doing TikTok. He's got the Facebook, of course, Instagram and YouTube. And they just did a tour, a visit, and even, I think, interviewed, at least spoke with Kermit Weeks out there at Fantasy of Flight in Florida, no less. So if you like aviation, follow those guys. Check out what they're doing. It's a family situation with the Mary Boozer channel, and it's gold. It was great to spend the day with Papa and Wesley when I was in Florida. What a treat. They took me to Fantasy of Flight. We went to an RC field, and we had a heck of a sandwich. So great to see you guys, man. All right, y'all. Love you. Keep it up. Thanks so much. It's kind of changed. It's kind of wild having a bricks and mortar operation now to do all the purchasing for and get to do what I've been doing online now, face to face with people in real life. It's enlightening, you know, and I think it's going to only enable us to do a better job online as well. But man, if you can get to a show or you can get to the shop or any of the events we'll end up going to or stores and other locations, come by. Come by and see us. Let's put a face to the name. Because we won't forget you. Jeff in Lower Alabama, thank you. Jenny's phone number, 8675309. Oh, that's the password to the room. 8675309. Cool. Guys, we're out of here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. See you on social. And I won't leave you hanging. But one of these days I may take a break. Be followed on social so you're not surprised by it. Or maybe I'll do a premiere or something. We'll see. 3.5 years, man. 3.5 years or something. Show 189. Who's counting? I don't count Thursdays. Yeah.